Welcome and thank you for joining us for another crafting video. Today we're going to make this adorable Triple Cube 3D Valentine's Day card. If you're watching this video, the supplies for this craft are already available on any of our 3 branches. So if you haven't picked your kit up, go ahead and grab it, and if you have it ready, let's get started. Okay, so here's a little close-up on what the final product is going to look like, and we'll go ahead and get started. So in your kit, you should have received some strips of paper along with a little bag full of cut up pieces of paper. So we're going to start off by making, the structure of the 3D card. So we got our strips of paper. There should be 2 skinny ones and 1 wider one. So before we actually make the folds to make the structure, if you look inside the little squares, you see that there are these little pink pieces of paper sticking out. So we're going to go ahead and glue those on first before we make the actual boxes. So for the long skinny ones, you want to put 2 of your little pink pieces of paper and glue them in these spaces. Right there and right there. And you want to put them on the opposite side of this little tab thing so that when you glue them to the box, there's one right there, you can see it, and one right there. So you're going to go ahead and glue those right there and set that off to the side. And then you're going to use this really wide one, and you want to put, here, I already glued these. So you want to put 4 on the top of where whatever side you choose is going to be the top. So then when we fold and glue, you can see them peeking out through the top. Okay, so then once we've done that, it's time to make the actual cubes. So I've already made this little cube, so you can just kind of see what it looks like when it's done. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold it in towards the inside, and then make sure you glue this little tabby thing on the outside instead of sticking it inside, because if you stick it inside, it might cover the little pink piece of paper that's right there. So we're going to glue that right there. Take a little bit of glue, open it real quick, and then just a little bit right there. Press it down. Hold for just a few seconds so it sticks. And then we're going to set that off to the side with the other one that I made earlier. And then we're just going to do the same thing with this one. Make sure that you glue the little tabby thing on the outside, because if you do it inside, see, it covers the pink and it won't look as pretty. So we're just going to glue a little bit on the inside right there, and then go ahead and glue it on the outside. So, and before we actually glue them together to make this pretty little card, we're going to make some decorations while those glue. So what you're going to do is you're going to take out of your kit these 6 pieces of paper that have this pretty little design on it, and then you should have several slips of paper in a separate color. I have pink ones for the boxes and purple ones for the decorations in this kit. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the piece of paper with the decorations on it, and you're just going to put some glue on the back. You don't need a ton, but just make sure you get it into the corners. Funny little story, I had an elementary school teacher who had this phrase she would say about glue. She would say, "A dot does a lot and a little dab will do you," because 2nd graders will just glob on glue like no one's business, and it'll take 3 days to dry. So I still remember that, and I think about that every time I glue things. So you're just gonna glue it like that on top of it, so there's the nice little border of the purple around the patterned piece of paper. And then you're just gonna repeat that 5 more times. So you have 6 of these pretty little decorations. And then you're going to take this little Be My Valentine piece of paper, and then you should have a purple oval and then a little heart in the same pattern as these little pieces of paper we're using for the other decorations. And what you want to do is you just want to glue the heart onto the front of the oval, and make sure the oval is facing sideways instead of up and down so the heart actually fits on there. And then you should have 2 little circle pieces of paper, and we're going to use these little pieces of paper to attach these decorations to the card that you can see in the final. That one's right there, and that one's right there in the middle. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these and you're just going to fold them in half, like so. And then, let's see if I can get close enough to show you. You're going to, making sure that the piece of paper is open like a book instead of like open like a mouth, you want to paste or glue one side of it to this like little embellishment so that this little flap is sticking out like that, because eventually you're going to paste it or glue it, I don't know why I keep saying paste, into this thing right there. And then you're going to do the same thing with this one. You're going to fold it in half like a book, and then you're going to glue one side of it to the back of this decoration so that you can eventually glue that side onto the thing. Okay, so once we have all of our little decorations made, we're going to start building the actual card. So this is going to be, you know, the main pillar of the card, this one right here. And make sure that when you paste these together so it like looks pretty, the seams are kind of like hidden behind, like in the back, so you like can't see them, so they're not just like right out in front. So you're going to take your taller little cube and you're going to start gluing these cubes to the front. So you want to make sure that when you paste them, you take the box and glue it so that there's one pink piece of paper on the top right there and one on the bottom so you can see it really, really well. So you want to make sure you do it like that. So we're just going to glue the back and make sure that you're gluing the side of the seam on it so you can put the seam up against the pillar so you don't see it when you're finished with the card. So we're going to put some glue on the back of there, and then we're just going to put it on the box like so. Okay, so now that that's done, we're going to do the same thing with the other one. We're going to put some glue on the side with the seam. And then we're going to go ahead and put that one on the card too, so it looks like that. This one doesn't have the pink slips in there because I didn't put them in there, but that is your general structure. So then once you're done with that, I worked ahead a little bit. And what you're going to do then is you're going to take all those cubes or squares with the colorful piece of paper on it, and you're going to put 6 on each side. So one on the front right there, one on the top, and then one on the other front. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side so it looks like this. So once that is done, you're going to take these pretty little decorations that we've made before and we're just going to attach them to the card. So we're going to start with this one, Be My Valentine, and we're just going to put some glue on like the outside flap of this one that's like not attached to the thing. So we're going to glue right there. And this one is going to go on the front right here. So like as you can see on the one that is already made, we're going to take the part that's glued and we're gonna just lay it right on the side right there, if you can see it right there, and then just hold it for a few seconds and make sure that it sticks. And then once it's stuck, it should be right on the front like that. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the heart. We're gonna glue right there. Glue a little bit. And then this one is maybe a little bit more tricky to stick. This one is going to go, if you can see on the one that's already done, is going to go on the inside. So the part that's glued needs to go kind of on the inside of this square. We're going to take this and we're going to, let me see if I can do it. Take this tab that's glued and put it right in there. So you're just going to hold on to it until it sticks. Try not to smush your card too much when you're doing this. Okay. And then that one's in there too. So you got the structure down, you got all the little decorations on it, and now we have one more step. So in your little kit, you should have a piece of paper with a ribbon. So what you're gonna do, the piece of paper already has a hole punched in it. So you're just gonna put the ribbon through the hole punch so that you can hold it and it's cute. And you're gonna write your little Valentine's Day note right here. And then you're just gonna stick it right down into the center of the large column in the middle. And then that's where whoever is lucky enough to receive this card is going to pull up on the ribbon and the little message will come out. Now what's cool about these is since they're 3D, you can fold them up. Oh, make sure your little card doesn't fall off. You can fold them up like this and you can put it in an envelope. And then when they open it, all they have to do is unfurl the whole thing and they have this cool little 3D card with a little note in it. All right, and that's it. All right, I hope you enjoyed that craft, and now you have this adorable little card to give to somebody special. Keep an eye out for any of our future craft videos, and happy Valentine's Day.